Welcome everyone to our podcast episode 31st of July. Oh shit, I haven't muted myself. This episode is hosted by Seven Thugs. I forgot to mention, my bad guys, it happens to
This
good
guy
looking
did
people.
mute himself.
But this podcast is going to be so fucking good. Oh my fucking god. I thought of every fucking question I'm telling you guys in advance. It's going to be a 10 out of 10 podcast. 10 out of 10.
We actually thought, each of us actually thought of two questions just saying. Ash is a liar.
Yeah, and did you guys know Amaranth has over 100 pairs of bikinis and only 20 of them are Twitch safe?
That doesn't surprise me at all, Sid.
What's Amaranth? Twitch streamer.
Amaranth,
Yeah,
Twitch streamer. It's
It's
crazy. I watched a video that she was in. I've never watched a single of her streams, but I was watching the video she was in, and I was like, damn, that's kind of hard. Because she streams like most of the day, every single day, in a hot tub. Like her fingers must be wrinkly.
Oh, probably.
She must have some sort of like...
Toes must be
Do you reckon she has like some sort of like very thin glove on or some BS?
I don't know. I mean, those exist, but I don't know. If
They do exist, right? And she must be rich enough to afford it. It's not like she broke. She got money. So you know the movie Aquaman, right? Jason Momoa.
Yeah.
There's a scene where he stood in ice cold water. He is topless, but he's wearing some extremely thin. Yeah, some extremely thin outfit that you can't even tell he's wearing it, but he stood in the water.
Crazy.
So I'm like, maybe she's
Yeah,
wearing that.
I think there's a little bit of a difference between Jason Momoa and Amaranth. I think Amaranth would like to do her own stunts, whereas Jason Momoa probably can't.
He was just
probably
stood
can.
in
You're
water.
probably right. You're probably right.
He was
Sid. I
just
do
he
agree
was
with
just
that.
stood in water and he does a hot scene where he pushes his hair back. Like that.
So he needed a suit for that.
Because
Probably-
it was ice cold.
Is that that's another little point on Aquaman for why
Aquaman?
he's a shit.
He is a
Aquaman,
shit.
Aquaman, I don't know what you call it. I
But
don't care.
Say Aquaman.
I give a fuck.
I think Aquaman was fan service to be honest, because like there's you know when
He kind of was.
you know when you see the
Now that I
movie
think about
and like his face is zoomed
Is that
in on
Amber
his
Heard
face.
in there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's his wife.
Yeah, fuck that movie.
Amber who?
we are team Johnny Depp guys, honestly, like seriously.
No, like
No,
actually.
I just don't like women. So.
Oh yeah,
I
yeah,
don't
fair,
really care.
fair.
Oh yeah,
Okay,
totally,
right.
totally.
What do they even do? What do they even do? Exactly, honestly, yeah, I feel you.
I shaved my head so I could be like Andrew Tate.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
He's getting a lot of hate. Rightfully so. He says the most dickhead
Rightfully
shit.
so, rightfully
But
so.
like now there's like proper.
Did you know? Talking about Andrew Tate, for the first time ever, I was like, oh my god, XQC is smart. On a debate he had with Andrew Tate, I was like, oh my god, XQC is smart.
He's
For the
genius,
first
isn't he?
time ever.
He's a genius.
I've known
isn't
about
he?
this guy for about 4 years. For the first time, I was like, wow, he said something that's come out of his mouth. That's like, actually makes sense.
What did he say?
He was saying, oh, like the way that Andrew Tate like forms his like analogies and stuff like that. He'll say very basic things, right, that you can simply agree on. And once you agree on it, you get into the flow of agreeing, and you agree and agree and agree. And he's giving very basic, generic takes,
Yeah.
right? Saying stuff like, women are typically, on average, weaker than men,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Okay.
Did Sid just cut?
Yeah, I was gonna say. I thought it was just me.
I actually know
No,
what
I
video
think-
he's talking about. I know what video he's talking about. I can
I was like,
continue.
I thought it was just me because usually he just does the thing where he's
Yeah,
just like,
it's shit Wi-Fi, guys. That's
No,
what
he's
happens
actually-
when you have so
he's-
much shit Wi-Fi.
yeah, this is what happens when you don't stream and can't afford good internet.
This is why he doesn't. This is why he doesn't fucking stream, guys. The truth is, he can't afford Wi-Fi.
Yeah,
But
right.
genuinely,
No, I think he's actually frozen. Funny enough.
no. He's frozen.
I think
like,
he's actually frozen. Yeah, like he's actually frozen.
yeah, like
I can't even talk shit.
Normally he does it to be a dickhead. Like all of today, I was talking to him this whole time before we started, and he was ignoring me on purpose. And he was like,
No,
"Oh, I thought I had you
God.
muted." So
I mean, Sid went back in time to try and be Andrew Tate. He said he wanted to be like Andrew Tate with his
yeah,
new
look at
shaved
that
head,
top
right?
G. You know what I mean? He's frozen. He
Right.
can't move. But basically,
move.
what Sid was on about, right? The Andrew Tate video is where he says the most generic, basic shit, but says it in such a complicated way that people think, "Oh my god, this dude's preaching." Honestly, Sid's face making me look. I feel really sick, guys. I
That's
think we
why-
should cover it or something. Like, it's
Yeah,
just
yeah,
making
good
me
idea,
really
good idea.
uncomfortable. Like,
So that's why I was trying not to laugh because his face like.
yeah, like his face is just looking like shit. No, like ew, like.
It's like it looks like he's seen shit. Okay, chat. That's like literally what it feels like.
Yeah,
for
I'm
real,
not
like,
liking it. You know what I mean? I need to do
I don't like
something
it
to
either.
cover
like
his face. 1 second, guys. Don't
put
worry.
like a hat on him.
I'm gonna cover it. I'm gonna fuck. I don't know what I've done.
You literally put it on starting soon.
Fuck. I literally don't know what I've done. Right. Oh my bad. This one, yeah.
Wait.
There you go. We're cutting his face. That's it. That's it. Sid's gone.
Okay. Oh, he's got.
Sid's Wi-Fi died, guys. Sid's Wi-Fi died. You can't even see us now because Sid's left. It
literally
fucks up the Discord thing, so you can't even see us. I kid you not.
This is an podcast now. Hi. My name's Blowfishman TV with my co-host here, HashChamp. Today we are talking about if 30 is the new 18. Hash, I don't know how well you can hear me because I'm messing around with my microphone distance, but would you agree, and chat as well, that 30 is the new 18? Oh,
I've changed it. I made it just two of us. It's a two-man podcast.
So it's better at this point. It's better.
The two-man podcast. Two-man podcast.
Yeah. All right. So Hash, answer me this, my good friend. Is 30 the new 18? You let me know.
First question, 30 the new 18. I believe it is. I actually have a really fucking sick story on this, right? So for all of you people, right, and you know, old people like Blowfish, right, for example. So there's this famous story by a lot of people, actually believe that they by a certain age have to accomplish certain things, right? When you hit 30, let's not lie about it. Everyone always says, oh, like by 30 you should be stereotypically have a career, be married, have a house, be settled down, maybe even have a fucking kid for some people, right? Everyone knows that, but I actually believe that's changing, and that shouldn't be the reality of today. So why I believe that, you know, Julius Caesar, Blowfish, so you know, like the fucking Roman Empire.
Yeah, of course. I was gonna, like, here's the thing. So before we get into that, Hash, like, folks, every time we have these questions, I don't know if you're okay with me revealing this, Hash, but Hash always puts like little footnotes for himself so he can remember his answers. And then when I saw Julius Caesar, I was like, how the fuck does? All right, you know, let's hear it.
So
how does Julius Caesar relate to this?
So sometimes when I forget shit, because I forget a lot of what I'm saying, I just write down like a name. So I wrote Julius Caesar, age 33, and you guys understand what I mean. So Julius Caesar at age 33 was one night crying, right? He was sad, all that shit. And basically
me on a daily.
Yeah, he was like, he's basically Blowfish on a daily, yeah. So Julius Caesar was crying, and he was crying because he was saying that at age 33 he's done nothing. But Alexander the Great has done so much. By age 33 he had accomplished this empire, and he made this dynasty and all that other shit. But point being, right, by age 33, Julius Caesar, who's one of the most famous fucking people in history ever, right, today, people still know who he is. I think people know more about Julius Caesar than they do about Alexander the Great. I don't even know who the fuck Alexander the Great was. I had to research him. You know what I mean?
You're not entirely wrong, I would say. They're both up there, but, you know, most of the time when people think Julius Caesar, they think, oh, it's, you know, they know who he is. He's a conqueror and all that.
He's a dictator, right? He's a prick, really.
Dictator, prick. You know, there's a friggin' play written about him by Shakespeare, but keep going, you know.
But point being, right, age 33, he accomplished nothing. And then later in his life, he accomplishes what he accomplishes, right? So if you know about him, he basically, like, fucking rules over Rome and starts the whole Roman Empire and all that other BS, right? To summarize it. But he was a great dictator. Like, he was powerful as fuck. That he does later, but you got to understand that this man done this in his late years. Now, in those times, it's not like today where everyone's living to 80, 70 plus easily. You're living to 40 to 50. You know what I mean? If you have 50, you're 100. Do you know what I'm saying? It's one of those.
Yeah.
So
I get what you mean.
What I'm trying to say is that even in his times, he is considered, you know, a major influence in history. And he started so late. He started the equivalent of like 50, 60 for us today. Around 50, right? And he did that much. That's why I believe that 30 is the new 18. Because people have come to realize 99% of 18-year-olds have no fucking clue what they want. What they're doing. Right? They have no idea what's going on.
Ash, I like back to your statement. You literally just said like 18-year-olds literally 90% of them don't know what they're doing. Did you want to know what the fuck you want to do for 18?
No, I didn't know I wanted to study at degree level.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying, right? Like me, I only literally took the sciences because my parents wanted me to, because I had no fucking idea what the fuck I wanted in life. And now I'm getting to that age where I'm starting to know a bit more about myself as a person, and I'm actually getting close to 30. Funny enough,
I'm getting old now, guys,
I'm getting old. As you can see, there's like some white hairs here. Seriously speaking, I do agree with that statement too, because not only that, but like, you know, back when our parents were around our age or even younger, I hate to say it, Hash, I don't know if it's just me, but like, I feel like they kind of had it easier. Is that just me? Like, in a sense
Our
that,
parents
like, look,
had it easier.
yeah, like, the thing is, like, here's why. So, say that, you're about to graduate high school, or say we're our parents' age, say we're in the 60s, the 70s, whatever. You graduate high school, and there's two paths for you that you would still end up being okay by in the end. One, you go to you do post-secondary, university, college, it's whatever, right? You get a better job, you get better pay, etc.
Yeah.
Or say you're not smart enough, putting it bluntly, to make it into college. You end up working in a factory, and they still pay well, and you still have like a good life ahead of you just because you were stable, right?
Yeah.
By 18, our parents were, by 18 or even 20, they would have like their houses and stuff. They would live together, and like it was a different time, obviously, because the world was still changing. Whereas in our time, the world is like kind of advanced, still changing, but not as fast as I would believe. Like they did have it easier. They had a little less pressure, as rude as that's gonna sound, right? Like, not to say that, because in my parents' case, like, they wanted to leave the fucking Philippines because they wanted a better life, and that's cool, right? I'm not gonna knock on that, but like,
yeah, of course.
Say if they were just like born in Canada or in the US or in even in the UK, I don't know if it's the same for you. Like, I feel like they might have had it easier just because at the time, Canada, the US, like, it was your basic system, other than the fact that things were more racist. Definitely things were more
right.
Anti-feminism and whatnot. Like, there was war going on. Other than those things, like, after that, like, they kind of had it easier in that sense that they still kind of had their lives ahead of them, and they didn't really have to worry as much as we did. Or another path is that they knew what they wanted and just fucking went for it. Whereas like folks like us, who are a lot like in the younger generations, we don't know what we want until we're like close to 30 or even like mid 25s. I don't know if that's just me. Like, Hash, when did you figure yourself out in the sense of like, hey, I want to do this streaming thing. Like, this is exactly what I want, and I'm going to go for it. At roughly what age did you want that?
I believe like, I think, right, I agree with you in terms of like, if you are born or mainly raised in the Western world, so I'm talking America, Canada, you know what I mean, UK, all the other BS, right? I believe you are confused for a lot of your life, right?
Yeah.
But I think our parents had it harder than us, and I'll explain to you why I mean that. I don't think any human knows what they truly want, ever, right? Or not for a long while anyway. Like your parents, my parents, etc., etc. Like, it's hard to know how. I mean, I had no clue. I don't even have any clue today. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's just normal fucking, like, that's human curiosity, I believe. So
yeah,
I think the reason why our parents have it harder than us, or had it harder, is because they didn't have a choice.
They didn't.
You have that choice. You can stream. You can pursue voice acting. I can stream. I can pursue YouTube, fucking gaming videos, all the other BS, right? But the point is, they didn't have that choice. They had to, when they were, I don't know what the Philippines is like, right, as a country, but Pakistan is ridiculously corrupt. Really poor people.
Same with the Philippines.
Yeah, ridiculously corrupt. Dad came here at a young age, had fuckload of siblings. Him and like two of his brothers.
My mom
had to feed like fuckload of family members, fuckload of siblings back at home. Had to look after all of them because my dad's dad died at a young age. So from a young age, he had that. Okay, you and your older brother are the two oldest. Go and fend the rest. Figure it out. That's it.
That's the thing, right?
You don't know what you're gonna do. How are you gonna do it? Like my dad always tells me.
Sorry to cut you off, Ash.
Cool.
To add on to your point, where it's like you're going off about that, about how like your parents had lots of siblings. Here's the sad but fucked up part about that. Not all of them might have lived too, right? Because it was during that time where things were a lot rougher, and they also had it tougher in a third world country, like you say, right? Keep going.
So like, I actually agree with you there as well. Yeah. But one story my dad always tells me, and it really makes me put into perspective, like how easy I've had it. And I don't think I didn't grow up with a golden spoon. I didn't grow up a rich kid. I grew up average as fuck. Average house, average income, if that's what you want to call it. Like, average lifestyle, you know what I mean? Like, majority of school kids. I was the same as 99% of school kids. I wasn't the poorest of the poorest. I wasn't the richest of the richest, right? Yeah. I was bang on in the middle always. And, like, my dad always tells me, like, he came to this country and all he had in his pockets was £10. You know what I mean? My parents, when they first came here, they used to, like, share housing with loads of other families at once just so they could get by. There might be 10, 15, 20 people in one house. Tiny house, by the way. 2-3 bedroom house. There might be 10, 15. Yo, what's up, Sid? Welcome back.
Welcome back. we're going off about our parents and how rough they had it, like actually speaking.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Basically said, yeah, so as I was saying, why... So they used to share housing with like fuckload of people, and
They did, yeah.
they didn't have a choice, you know what I mean? And over time, they made more of an income, made more
Was
of a...
Was it when they first came into
yeah,
the UK?
yeah. When they first came into UK, and like how it was like, I didn't experience this because my parents came here a long time ago. My older siblings experienced it more. Me personally, not as much, but you know, living on fuck all money, all that stuff. I feel like the reason why they had it harder than we did is because they had no choice. They had to do it. You know what I mean?
That's true.
They had to fucking fend their kids, fend their siblings back home. You know what I mean? Like if it wasn't a choice, you have 6, 7 siblings. They're gonna die if you don't. It sounds really like, I'm not saying in a dark way, but that's kind of the situation.
Some would have survived technically too, right?
How did your parents start off migrating?
My parents...
Was it like your parents started and then your siblings came along and then you started coming along? Or was it all in one go where you...
My parents were here about 10 years before we were here.
Oh,
my
before
siblings,
you were born. Okay.
So we were all born here, all of my siblings, right?
Okay.
But my parents were here before that. Like they were here for about 10 years, and they spent a long time getting out of the what I call the Asian poor stage, when they come and have fuck all to their name and they break out of that like thingy, and they work like motherfuckers, you know what I mean? I do not think I have ever worked or matched the work ethic older Asian parents have. They they always take jobs where they get paid like absolute slap on the face.
Yep.
Right?
Pretty much.
And they work ridiculous hours because they didn't have the choice of having an education to get a higher paid job, and they're not as educated to know how to get a higher paid job. We forget that bit. You know, we know so many people who earn high amounts but they don't have degrees. They don't have any qualifications like education-wise. But they know how to. They were born and raised here. They got told they can do that. Their mind was open to that. But they don't know that. You know what I mean? Like I always question. I'm like, oh man, but I know people who work at this company. They don't even know what a degree is. You know what I mean? They don't, but they know they can do that. I know they can do that.
And then look at you guys trying to make a Twitch career. That's crazy.
Yeah.
The one that doesn't try. Anyway.
Well, I've tried and failed. I'm done.
Oh man. But yeah, what was it? The question that we were on actually said when you had to like go fix your internet was we were going into is 30 the new 18, which is technically the last question on the thing. But yeah, like I do agree with Hash's point in the sense that like I think, you know, our parents were definitely raised differently just because they're not from the US, they're not from Canada, they're not from the UK, you know, where things are definitely different. They're from rough third world countries. You know, the Philippines with like their farmlands as well as like, you know, their fishermen's ports, like, and I'm not sure what Pakistan has, but if they have the same thing going on. But like, yeah, that's like essentially yeah. Philippines also kind of.
That's bullshit because I see my friends in Pakistan and they're living in like 4 floors mansion.
That's the ones who are from the UK now, though, bro. That's like that's like 0.5% of the country. The ones who have got incomes in different countries, and yeah, bro, majority of it isn't like that.
My friend. I have a friend, she's going back to Pakistan soon, and she's going there because her grandparents are living there, and their goat is going to have a child, and she's going to have a baby goat to her name.
Majority of the ones in the UK are now rich because obviously the value of the pound, you know what I mean? But the ones that live there like their whole lives, they got nothing, you know what I mean? Like, like my dad's side family, a majority of them are farmers, you know what I mean? Like they're still in that lifestyle. Literally making and living as they're going, you know what I mean?
I feel like it takes less for them to be settled with it as well. I feel like if they're living there though, like their income is less, but it requires less for them to be settled in their own countries.
Yeah, very true, but then their income is significantly less though.
Their income is significantly less, but I'm saying it's like I see quite a lot of people being very happy with what they have, even though their income is very less.
That's the thing.
There.
Like I do,
like they work when they want to work. Yeah, like farmers, I guess. Okay, farmers, you do have to work very hard. You have to work very hard, but it's also kind of in a sense where we used to have like trees and farms. Like we used to grow things that we wanted. So it was kind of like it was a byproduct. Because my grandparents, they used to do farming a lot. We used to have like the bulls that used to like, we used to have buffaloes that used to take the plow everywhere and stuff like that.
Same with my mom.
We were farming in the back garden, right? And quite a lot of it, It was a byproduct. We had what we needed, and then if we had extra, we would sell it and we'd make a little bit more money. But they were very happy doing that because they were like, oh, this is how we live. Like,
Yeah, and they're content, right? They're like content with that mind. But then I guess that's what you're exposed to, right? And people are more grateful when they haven't. It sounds bad, but when they haven't seen exposure to other things, like if all your and this is me not saying like an arsehole, but if you've grown up in a less luxury lifestyle, and that's what you've always seen, you're not gonna know any different.
I feel like it's more a fear of risk taking.
Yeah, risk taking. Okay, interesting.
I feel like that's kind of what it, especially in Nepali culture, the fear of risk taking is a very big factor. People don't want to do things out of the norm, right? Because it's very unusual to them. It's not something that they're used to. When you're raised, especially in an Asian household, you get told something very similar. Like if you're a boy, you should be aspiring to become a doctor or a pilot or an engineer, be the breadwinner, take the family name, raise children, find
Very
a good
true,
wife,
very true.
whatever, go studies. If you're a girl, you're supposed to do the household work, you're supposed to cook, you're supposed to clean, you're supposed to do all these menial things in the house to provide for your husband. I feel like there's a very set mind, it's a very set mindset that Asian households have, right?
The way
it's very old, traditional, and of course, all
yeah.
three of us don't agree with it. But that's not to say that we don't it's still not happening, especially in Asian countries.
Right.
True.
Like
I feel like that raises us from when we were very young to kind of not take risks. Because imagine if we were back in Nepal, or back in Pakistan or the Philippines, and we're gonna try doing streaming. I can't lie to you. Philippines are a little bit more open than I'd say Pakistan and Nepal.
That's what it comes across as.
I can't even say anything to that because I'm like, well, I mean, I don't think, you're not wrong about that, Sid. Like, I feel like if you're a streamer in the Philippines, like, they'd be cool with it, like, for the most part. And
I see quite a lot of them. I mean, like, quite a lot of people, like,
I have actually a few friends from the Philippines, funny enough.
Yeah.
And they're fine, I like, I was gonna ask about
putangin to my people.
God damn it. But I was gonna ask about your point about Pakistani people and as well as Nepali people. Like, how open are they to those kind of career choices?
None of that. None of it. There's no such thing as being open to that shit, bro. Isn't it?
Really?
That's not even
I was gonna say, what if someone were to actually try? Like, how would their family feel?
Bro, it wouldn't happen. Well, first thing, there's limitations. There's the internet, and electricity. That shit's not consistent. So how can you be consistent?
Yeah, very true. And like, bro, even stuff like dancing is like not allowed. I don't know if that's the same for you, Sid, but like,
love dancing.
Like dancing has such a negative stigma to it because you don't dance.
Are you sure it's dancing or if it's dancing as a career?
Do you mean
Pakistani people love to dance and party, bro?
Yo, Filipinos love to
as
dance
a career, then,
as
because
a career.
If you dance as a career,
I think you need to specify that.
Yeah, because it's like this, right? Because obviously people dance as a career because they enjoy dancing. Like it's an art.
It's their passion.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But according to traditional people back in Pakistan, you only dance as a career because you want to be a stripper or you want to be like some sort of like.
Well, it's genuine though.
You want to be like you only dance for one reason. You have
feminine traits. Yeah. If you want to be a dancer, if you want to do anything,
men
like
don't
that,
dance.
It's like it's just the typical men don't dance. That's for females. Don't do that shit. You're a man. You're supposed to take care of the house.
And a female that dances, you're a stripper, host, like all those words. They're thrown at you. They're thrown at you. Like yeah. Because like why else would you want to dance, Blowfish? Why would you want to dance? No, sorry. Like, literally, no Blowfish. Only girls dance. And if a girl dances, you're a slut. That's just literally what it is.
Because they want. Because I feel like it's because it's seen as dancing is a form where women get to express themselves and get the male gaze that they desire. Okay, this is not me saying it, but this is the ideology of Asian people. Typically traditional Asian people is they get the male gaze. If they get the male gaze and they sexualize them, they might be thinking, oh my god, this person might be fit enough to be my wife. I mean, that's just what it is. Like as degrading as that sound, women are just objects for men in very traditional sense.
Yeah. That's the thing. If we're going a super traditional route, I can definitely see what you mean by that, Sid. And speaking of like, well, let's say in like not just our countries, but like also our parents, when it comes to their old school values, like you mentioned before, Sid, and the fact that me, you, and Hash, we're just very different compared to, or not really very different, but like we're pursuing something that is not under the scope of like a traditional sort of job for any of us. So how do your parents feel? How do your parents feel about that? And like, because of that, what is the hardest thing for your parents to accept about you guys? We'll start with like Sid, I guess, because Hash and I have
Well,
been
it just
talking
takes
for
a
the
lot
most
of
part.
time. It takes a lot of time and effort. Like, I don't think it's the sense that they think that we can't make it or they think it's a bad career choice. Genuinely, I feel like they, in all of their heart, they love you guys, love me, love all of us so dearly. They're not worried that we can't make a career out of it. It's more so, A, can we be happy from it? B, can we be fully committed to it? And C, will we be able to get to the level that we need to be? Because let's be honest there, no matter how good you are as a streamer, there has to be some form of luck base. Has to be some form of luck in there. You need to get raided by someone, or your TikTok needs to blow up, or something needs to happen. There's like no, even if it's like 1%, there's luck in it.
There's a bit of
You
luck
need
involved. I do
luck
agree.
on your side regardless. Who knows? When you're doing a voice acting, you might be 10 times better than this other person, but this other person is closer to the person that's recruiting people, right?
That's the thing.
You
Right?
might be going for a very small time role, but it might be heavily contested because it's a small time role. It's a lot easier for beginners to go in. So you might have a high competition and they say, oh, I can't be asked to go through all of these recordings. I'll just pick this guy. No one can fuck this one up. And you don't get your break, right?
Yeah.
There's going to be luck. And I feel like parents, as adults who have experienced life and had their own passions, gone through their own experiences, I feel like they know more than us. And I feel like it's very delusional, and I feel like it's very insensitive for us to say we know more than them. Understandably, we come from a very different place that they come from, right? My parents, I was born in Hong Kong. Hash, you were saying, oh, your parents had already gone through like the 10 years of like the Asian family poor. Well, my parents are still going through it, right?
Right.
My parents are still going through it. They're still having a lot of trouble with like mortgages and stuff like that. I have to pay rent just to like help them stay afloat and everything, which is also why I work a lot nowadays, right? So I can like chip in and help them out with mortgages.
Fair enough. Okay.
Right.
What about you, Ash?
I agree with Sid, but the one bit where I think it may be, I think this might be circumstance, but it's a bit different for myself is, I think it's like, when Sid was talking about like Twitch and that.
Yeah.
My parents, I don't think they'll ever get it. Actually, more so my dad. They just won't get it. Because like, for example, like, it's not even about time or me proving to them I'm consistent with it, because I feel like I'm consistent with it and disciplined with it, right?
I can see that.
But it's just can't make it in their eyes. You know, like, what?
I'm not gonna roast it. No.
Like,
didn't you tell me that your father was like a very big like public speaker back in Pakistan?
I was gonna mention that too.
He did something like that.
He
right?
was into politics. Yep.
He was into politics.
Yep.
Right? And did you not say he was very popular? Maybe not a career. I don't know if you'd say it was a career.
In
but
his time when he started off in his like village, if that's what you want to call it, yeah.
That was his career?
When he was younger, it wasn't a career. He was just starting. He was about 5 years into it, and then he had to come to England because his dad died. So he was probably starting around 18, and 23 came to England.
Do you not think that's quite similar to what you're doing here right now?
I was about to say
100%.
100%.
So how can you say your dad will never understand it when it's so similar?
I don't think.
Do you not think? Let me just be honest. How far into Twitch streaming are you right now?
2 years.
And how long did you say your dad was doing public speaking?
5.
Does he not have 3 years more of experience than you do in this kind of sense of profession?
He does, but you've also got to understand the stigma of content creation it doesn't exist, but politics for a male is one, to be honest, in like Pakistan, and then like within my family tree, like it's highly respectable. If you're a politician, you're top dog there. You know what I mean? You're fighting for human rights. You are untouchable. You know, like you're so great as a person. So it's like, okay, you know, if you pursue it, like it's one of those jobs. In Pakistan, you have 2 number plates in a car. You have a black number plate if you're a normal person. You have a green number plate if you are any part within politics. Doesn't matter what rank, role you are. Any part of you is in politics, you have a green. And if you have a green, you don't get... So in Pakistan, when you're driving, you have checkpoints where honestly it's just for them to get money out of you, but it exists. And if you have a green number plate, you ain't getting stopped. You go through. Who's going to stop you? No one. No one's going to say a word, because you, Blowfish, you're fighting for human rights. You're fighting for human rights. But content creation, like... what are you doing with it? You know what I mean? Obviously, what my reasoning is that internet didn't exist until like fucking 15 years ago, let alone in their time. And on top of that, you can make money off of it. My dad did politics because he wanted to, you know, help humanity. I want to stream because I want to influence people in a positive way, right? I'm not saving humanity the way
that's
politics.
Pretty similar though. That's pretty
in
similar.
my mind, it is, but it's just something they can't fathom, and I don't even get annoyed about it anymore. Like, I know my mum, I would say, is a bit more understanding than my dad, because she's never stopped. Neither parents has ever stopped, but like she understands that, you know, there's more to this life than just, you know, 9-to-5 career or like, you know, stereotypical job. She gets that.
Can I ask you something?
Yeah.
Both of you,
Sure.
if you guys start making money, like actual money,
like good money, okay,
would your parents be like, okay, yeah, like it's fine?
Yeah, 100%, man. Because then they'll see it.
For me, it's more just they'd still work. Well, it's really just my mom. My dad, I think he'd be okay with it. He'd be like, "Well, he's fine, right?" Like my dad is pretty.
Okay, let's say this.
Millions.
Let's say your parents have a mortgage on their house. You start making money. You pay off their mortgage.
Yeah.
Mom, dad, you don't have to work anymore. Just stay at home. Just chill.
Yeah. Then
Like,
Do you think
When
your
I
mom would
stay
still
over-
worry? No. Your parents. Your parents, they
talking
don't
to
have to
me.
work anymore. Like you paid
Okay.
off their mortgage. You're
I
giving
paid
them
off my
allowances.
Okay.
Like you're like they don't have to work for the rest of their life again.
That's
Do
the
you think
only
your mom
time
would
they'll
still
get
worry?
it.
Like to me, I think that's like the only time my mom will ever do that. But like, you know, again, it's the motherly instinct kicking in. Is like she's still gonna worry about me. Well, not only that, but I'm also the youngest too. So right,
I feel like
I think she'll never
yeah.
just stop worrying about me regardless, Sid. Like, even if I'm making good money off of
Well-
either voice acting and Twitch, like, she's still not going to stop worrying about me just because I'm her kid.
Well, I
right?
feel like I don't know, because the way that I'm thinking about it is because this is unsure. Like I said, it's a lot of luck based. Like you need luck on it, no matter how good you are, right? Whereas like a career, in terms like a very traditional career, is a very straightforward path that is very easily understandable by everyone. If you get a job at a law firm, even if you're like even if you're the guy and the fucking next to the
top
lawyers
dog.
just typing it
Yeah.
on the typewriter, I don't know what the fuck they are, right? Even if
I
you're
forgot
that
what they're
guy.
called, too.
There's actually a name
Yeah,
for them.
even if
yeah,
you're
I know
that
what you're on
guy.
about. There's an actual name for them.
Yeah.
Is
The
it
one that
script?
just writes
The
the
script?
type, the script writer.
We'll call them
Script
script writers. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll go
Yeah.
with that.
But basically, like, even if you're that person, you still work at a prestigious law firm, right?
Yeah.
You're not at the top dog. You're not at the point where you're making money like that. But it's a lot more understandable, and it's a path that is very familiar to everyone.
To everyone, yeah.
Right.
Whereas this is very unsure. So until you prove to them that this is something attainable and this is something that's actually working, not even going to work, but it's working, you're earning money from it. Until then, they won't get it. And can you fault them for it though?
No. Of course not.
I did at first, but I don't
I'm not
anymore.
At all.
At all. It's like,
Can't fault them from at all.
I did at first, you know. I used to get annoyed, like, I think because
yeah.
I was more so envious that other parents would support their kids, and I wanted that support. You know, like, I don't, in general, I've never, don't get me wrong, I do care what people think, I'm a people pleaser, but overall, in the end, I don't seek someone's validation to, you know, life's extent. I really seek And I think because I don't get it the most, I really seek my father's validation over my career more than anyone else's, which is weird because he
100%.
knows the least about it. He knows the least about what I'm doing, but I
But you
think
wanna prove
because
to him the
I'm
most.
even 100%. Like I want to, I cannot wait for the fucking day where I can be like, you know what, Dad, all those years where you were like, you know, like for example, when I got the fucking Marvel sponsorship, right? I got for £450 for that. Told my dad, he was like, it's not that much. He's not wrong, man. It isn't that much, but
Not wrong.
I would rather him say
It's a
this is the
start.
first step. You know what I mean? It's the first step, something
This is
else.
first, yeah.
But I didn't get that. I got the what's the point? It's not much, and I seek his validation more than anyone else's. Swear, I can't
100%.
help it. I seek it. I want to really be able to one day be like, you know what, man, Dad, this is it. This is why I did it. Like, here, this, look at the results. This is why I can't do that yet. You know what I mean? I can't fucking do that yet. You know what I mean? And like, it's so fucking long. And I know sometimes people are like, oh, enjoy the journey. I want the destination bad, man. I want it so fucking bad. I don't know what I'm chasing, but I want to be able to chase and say that, you know what? Fucking did it. Well done,
But-
man. Pat on the back.
Also, another thing to think about, guys. Like, this is everything that's happening is actually happening very quickly. Your guys' Twitch careers and stuff like that. Let's say, when do you expect to be able to say your job full time is streaming? Like, just give me an estimate.
25. In my
Like
mind.
25?
In my mind.
When you're 25.
I'm gonna
So
say
about
33.
3 years. So what about you, Blowfish?
I'm gonna say 33, maybe even 32.
Okay.
That's what I'm gonna go.
So
with.
around similar then, right?
Yeah.
To get a career in I don't know, let's say law firm, like a lawyer, right? Think about the amount of times you studied in primary school, and then secondary school, and then college, and then uni. That's like what, 21 years of your
Almost,
life?
yeah, 20
Fucking
years
all
of
your life, you know what I mean? It's a long time.
Yeah, like,
That's
actually all
that's
your
your
life
whole
happened.
life. You've been preparing for a job for your whole life. But you just say, let me go get a job in something that I have no experiences from. 5 years of streaming to get a career out of it. That's pretty fucking short, guys.
That is short.
Like, it's pretty short.
Yeah. That's pretty.
Because
fucking short,
before you get ready for a job in law firm, you do a law degree in university. Before university, you
lot.
go to college. And before college, you go to secondary school. Before secondary school, you go to primary
yeah.
school. You're preparing for each step of the way. So I mean, like, if you condense all that down, then like it's pretty fucking quick.
It's pretty fucking. Sorry, what? Is it?
It's pretty quick. Like for 5
Yeah.
years, you get a career out of streaming.
That's what I'm saying, right?
You're
Like,
right. When you look at it like that, you're so
you look at
fucking
it like
right.
that, it's true.
Because when you look at it from a day to day, every day seems so long.
Oh yeah,
Dude, we're 7 months into this year.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
If you think about it, is it just me? Yeah, 2022 is flying by fast.
It's
like,
flying by, right?
I literally feel like, remember that what was it, that New Year's podcast that we did where it's like, hey, what are your goals for 2022?
Right.
I felt like yesterday, like actually speaking, I'm like,
It
that didn't
felt
feel
like
that long
yesterday.
ago. Like honestly speaking, like holy shit.
And the crazy thing is, my bank account's still in the negatives.
We're still in debt.
We're
in debt.
You know
I'm
what I
still
mean?
in my parents' house. I have the same bed sheets on.
I
Yo,
think though,
same.
I do think though, there's a big difference in the 15 years we've been in education income.
Yeah,
I'd
15,
say
20
10, 15
years,
years, right?
15
Than
years,
it
I'd say.
is with the, let's say, the average, you know, big YouTuber according to YouTube, it's like 6 years. Yeah, it's half the time. Don't get me wrong, but you
Less than
are
half the
mentally and physically challenging everything we've been told. Now, what I mean
Yeah.
by that is everything we've been told. You grow up, go to school. That shit is legal. You ain't even got a fucking choice until you're 16 in the UK. I don't know about Canada and the US, but
For us,
in
it's
England,
18.
you have to finish college at least. Am I right to say that?
So high school, okay.
You
College
don't
is high school for
necessarily
you
have
guys,
to
like,
go to
you forget
college.
Okay, secondary school. When
There's other things you can do instead of college, but it's some form of around like education. stuff.
Okay,
You
yeah,
can
yeah.
either
So let's
join
just say-
army, prepare for army or internship and stuff like that.
All right, well, let's say 15 then to be safe. You have to go to secondary school, mandatory. So up until you're 15, you have no fucking choice. And let's not chat shit. Half the stuff we learn in academics, let's say 25% of it is so fucking useful. But no, you know what? Let's even put it 50%. But 50% of it's fucking bullshit. You know what I mean? Science is, yeah, useful. Geography, useful. History, useful. Even, to be honest, even history I debate is fucking pointless. But you know what? Fine. Maybe learning about fucking 1,000 years ago is useful. Whatever. Whatever. Maths, pointless, right? Majority of maths, not all of it, but like it's fucking pointless. You're never going to use it in your real life day to day. A lot of the subjects we learn are pointless. You know what I mean? Don't need to do them. But we are told to be a certain way, and when majority of the population is doing something, those 5-6 years to be able to do that, let's say 6 years for all of us, right? I don't fucking know. 6 years to be able to do that whilst having to deal with going against majority of people's beliefs, man. Fucking majority of people don't believe you can do it. You know what I mean? And that's not me saying like, oh, I've got haters. No, it's not about that. It's just we've been raised in a way to believe that this is it. This path, follow it. Your only freedom is to choose what job you want with your degree. You know what I mean? That's your freedom, Sid. You choose what job you want, man. You have but it feels like so much freedom, you know. Pick your career, Blowfish. Whichever career you want with education, and that majority of people feel like it's freedom. You know what I mean? And that's why these 5-6 years. Yeah, you're right, man. Fucking doctors study until they're like a million. You know what I mean? Okay, until they're like 30.
Doctors won't become doctors until they're like 30. Yeah.
Yeah,
like,
until they're fucking going for studying like motherfuckers.
Architects, they fucking do like what 5 years or some shit as well.
Yeah. Architects for bank, like actually speaking.
Just to become a fucking teacher, like
even teachers take a while too. That's the thing.
No. I mean, no. Like they do architecture for so long, and most of them turn into like just architecture teachers, or professors, like quite a lot of them.
Or art teachers. My art teacher was an architecture student. Yeah, but to do it, I think is a lot of mental. And like for me, like I think I've spent most of my uni years. I go to uni because my parents want me to go to uni, and I'm being so serious right now. I do not want. I go to uni for 2 reasons. The social aspect, because I've learned a lot about people and myself and all that other stuff. And because I can focus on Twitch more there. Because I'm on my own, no one's telling me what to do. You know what I mean? I get that freedom. I do not go for the fact that I study computer science because I don't want the jobs that you get from computer science. Yes, I will be earning more than I will in my first 10 years on Twitch. You know what I mean? In the first year, I'd earn more. You know what I mean? I've been doing Twitch for 2 years. I've earned just about $1,100, so £800, £900. I will earn more than that in like fucking 1 month of a job, you know, as a software developer, whatever. I just don't want it, man. I only go because my parents want me there. Because if I didn't go,
you're playing for the long run.
You're going for the long game,
100%, man. And if I hadn't have went, you know, the drama and all that stuff, it's not even because my parents are Asian, man. I feel like every fucking parent, majority of parents would be like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like, oh my God, you're not going? Why not? You know what I mean? Like,
But then you still are going though. I mean, like, end of the day, you still will get a degree even if you have a Twitch streaming career. Let's say you hit 1K fucking viewers tomorrow. Are you just gonna drop out of uni? Probably not, right? You have 1 more year to go.
Yeah, you might as well finish it up.
Well, okay, you guys don't think I'm a dickhead, right? My dream, and I swear I mean this, is I know I won't, but you know when you want like the most fucked up shit? My fucked up shit that I want is like, I make it so much from this year in Twitch, in my final year, I start in September, by the end of the year or by March, and I'm making even £3,000 a month, £2,000 a month, enough to just live, I can drop out of uni. I want a story. I'm not even joking. I know it's my final year, all that shit. I just want to get out. I don't need a degree. I don't want it. I have no interest in it. You know what I mean? Like, in my mind, this is how... Maybe I'm so fucking delusional, but this is literally how delusional I am. There is nothing that will stop me from pursuing this. I don't think I deserve it more than anyone, but I will work towards it at every point in my life. I have no plan B, no plan. Obviously, I clearly don't have a C if I don't have a B. My plan is only one. I will be famous on Twitch one day. It's going to happen. There's just nothing that can stop it. Not because, oh, I'm such a sick streamer or I'm so fucking good. I'm just going to continue it no matter what. I'm just going to continue. You know what I mean? I feel like my brain is so obsessed with this plan A that I don't even know what plan A is sometimes, but I'm just going to continue it.
I feel that. Yeah.
Does that make any fucking sense? I know I sound like
that
an
makes
idiot,
sense.
but like there's just no way. Like sometimes people ask me, yo, Hash, man, like, what about if you don't make it into it? Which is a fucking valid question, and I get why someone asked that. You know what I mean? I would ask that to someone. It makes so much fucking sense. But there isn't. I just don't see that. I can't. It's not me being cocky or I'm so great. It's just like, I don't know. I don't see that I can't make it. There's just no reason why I can't.
Like for you, Hash, it's just more that you know what you want. Like you have the confidence to get there, even if like it's gonna take fucking years.
Yeah, man.
And
because I get one life, bro.
Yeah.
I get one life. I'm not hurting anyone by streaming.
I agree with that. Yeah.
If I'm not physically harming anyone or causing damage to other people, and I'm only impacting me by streaming, then there is no reason why I can't make it in this career that I would like. You know what I mean? There's just no reason for it, and I don't see anything else.
Yeah.
I just don't see anything else. Okay, I'm not planning to drop out, guys.
Inshallah,
It's just
brother.
like, you know, it was just like my fucked up one. My fucked up one is that I want it. I want a story. I want to be like in 20 years.
Talking about careers and stuff like that. And so, the other day, I got spotted twice. And they were like, yo, I've seen you before. Do you make TikTok videos? And I was like, huh?
Whoa!
Yeah.
Yo.
Damn!
Yeah, like, Sid, I forgot to tell
I'm
you,
waiting for that day. That's a benchmark.
Two different.
Awesome.
No.
For
But
you.
the peak thing was it was my cousin's friend.
Oh.
So they were just like sitting down, right? And then like I went over to sit next to my cousin, and I was like, yo, what's up? And I just said hi to everyone. And she's like, hey, you look familiar. Do you make like TikTok videos and stuff? I was like, yeah. And then like they were like, oh, okay. And there was just an awkward silence for about 5 minutes because like,
That's
what do I say?
Sid, how are you
What
not
the fuck
just
do I
gas?
say?
It's just
Oh
so
my
funny
God,
because Sid, like,
No, but what do you say though? Because it's not like I'm
I
big
don't
on TikTok.
know.
It's just
That's
like
the
it just
thing.
happened to be
Just
on
thank
like
you.
her
Thank
for
you
you
for
page,
recognizing
right?
me.
I can actually.
No, because it's not a career or anything. It's just for fun.
But just thank you
but
for
like-
coming up to me and
But it's
telling
just
me.
kinda
Yeah,
crazy.
I would be like, yo, that's amazing. You know me, right? Like, I need to tell you guys, this is funny because I was actually chilling on the mall Thursday before I got my haircut, and someone like legitimately stopped me, like, do you stream on Twitch by chance? I was like,
Stop it. You guys are so lucky. I'm waiting for that day.
do?
I'd faint.
and then they're like, they showed me the Twitch channel. They brought up my Twitch channel. I'm like, oh my god,
No
yeah, that is.
way.
And I'm like, oh my god, I love your streams. I was like, yeah, thank you. I was like, yeah.
Do you know who it is?
No, they never mentioned the name, but I'm like, they brought up they brought it up on the fucking phone, and I'm like,
Dude,
that's
that's
actually me. Holy fuck!
crazy.
I'm like, yes, like keep doing what you're doing, man. I was like, yeah, thanks, right? And they
That's
walked away.
crazy.
They're very
That's
nice.
crazy.
I want that now,
yeah,
man.
yeah,
Oh, I
yeah.
can't
I
wait.
got
One day,
recognized.
one day.
I was like,
Yeah.
me, I was like, I got fucking recognized. That's all I said. I was like, oh shit. That was me. He's like, I guess I'm doing
That's
something
fucking
right.
crazy. That's wild.
One
Yeah.
day that's gonna. Oh, it's so hot, man. That's.
See, but that's like motivation for you to keep going, though, right?
Yeah.
Like
I,
in terms of,
I'm
like,
not gonna lie, I didn't ask him. I was like, what's your name on Twitch? Because I just took in like, did I just get recognized?
it's like,
totally flew over my head. I was like,
it's
oh
like,
shit,
what
I
the
didn't
fuck,
ask for
right? It's like,
for the
what
name,
the fuck,
you know what
right?
I mean? Yeah. Anyway, sorry, you're
It was
saying.
kind of crazy. I can't lie to you. After I processed it, I went to the toilet and I was just like looking at myself in the mirror. I was like, holy shit, what the fuck?
Yeah. Bro,
Like, no,
I'd
'cause
faint.
genuinely for
I'd
me-
actually faint.
No, and then my cousin. Oh, I went to that bubble tea spot near my house as well. Near us as well, Hash, right?
Yeah.
And then my cousin was like, yeah, if you guys need TikToks made and stuff like that, get my bro to do it because he's gonna make it. So I was like, what do you think I make? I make like funny shit. I don't make like the cool cinematic, cinematic
counts.
pretty
shit.
funny.
It counts.
Like,
It counts.
TikToks
Sid.
are
Don't
pretty funny, I'm not
downplay your
even gonna
grind,
lie.
bro.
No,
That's your talent.
That's what I'm saying.
but I
agree.
genuinely make low effort TikToks that are more funny than like the cinematic, like get these
there's so
crazy
many.
shoots and stuff like that. That's what he wanted me to do, and I was like,
Oh.
I can't fucking do that.
I said, bro, I ain't even gone overlay. Low effort streams don't matter. We gonna make it.
No, that's
We
what I'm
gotta make
saying.
it.
Low effort, like that's
Yeah.
what it is.
We're gonna make it, bro, and you deserve it. You know what I mean? Ah, that's so sick, man. I really want. That's like a
Ash's turn now.
milestone. That's my fuck yeah. When it happens, I'm gonna scream on the phone. I'm gonna call everyone, tell them one by one.
Nah,
I'm gonna tell everyone one by one. Look at me.
someone's parents gonna come up and it's like my son/daughter like watching
Watches
this
you and
shit.
you swear and shit.
Oh! They're
Right?
gonna scream at their parent, just spit all over the
You
face.
swear on your streams. You're a bad influence. That's what I'm
It's
gonna
so-
get. Yeah,
Yo,
sort
Hash, it's
yourself
so funny
out.
that you mentioned it. Right? Yo, okay, so I remember like my mom saw one of my clips where I like dropped like 3 F-bombs in a row, and she's like, "Oh, do you want to be known like that? Like Ollie, do you want to be known like that? It's like it's not very professional." Blah, blah. I'm like, is that what's considered professional streamers? Like, to be honest, yeah, mom. A lot of streamers are a lot worse
A
than
lot
that when
of
it comes to
shoes.
saying stuff.
Or you're gonna be
right?
Nick A30. Oh my
Nick
god, that guy's
A30.
so cringe.
My mum thinks I'm
Yeah.
gonna get cancelled.
Actually?
My mum genuinely thinks I'm gonna get cancelled. She's like, the
I don't know
shit
if
you
us, I can
fucking
kinda
say.
see-
You know how I make shit jokes about white people, brown people, I fucking whatever, I don't care. Mom's like, you're gonna get
Yeah.
cancelled. She's like, your white people jokes? She's like, why do you even say them? I'm like,
They're true.
because
A
it's
lot of
true, mom.
Does your mom watch them? Your
On
mom
TikTok,
watches?
bro.
Yo,
I
Hash, dude, does your mom watch you? Like,
my
That's
full on
so
TikTok,
watch?
cute.
my
My
TikTok,
mom has
That's
only
so
seen
cute.
clips. My mom
Dude,
has only seen
I've like blocked my mom. I've blocked like my aunties.
Yeah,
and,
after
like,
that,
all
I blocked my
family
mom
on
too.
TikTok.
Like after
No,
that
on
discussion,
TikTok,
we're
on
talking to
TikTok,
my mom.
on like
Oh,
on
my
Facebook,
mom's not on
Instagram, it's
TikTok, so
whatever.
I'm
But
good.
like on TikTok, I'm so scared. My TikTok's gonna like just pull up on my mom's phone. My auntie followed me on TikTok. I instantly removed and blocked her.
Yo, right? I know
Really?
that.
My
Yeah.
mum was like, all you do is shout all day. I don't get why people watch you. And I'm like,
Yo, right? Same
whatever.
with my mom. I was like, all you do is swear all day.
Well, and he's like, all you do is shout. How do people not get an earache from watching you? I'm like, yeah, whatever. They like me. I'm good looking.
Your mom said ear rape? That's
Ear
crazy.
ache, ear ache, ear ache, ear ache.
Oh,
Not
just
ear
like, your
rape,
mom
not
knows
ear
that
rape.
term? Oh my god.
No,
I
no,
was
no,
like,
no,
all
ear
right.
ache. My mom does not know what ear rape is.
Lord,
No.
don't fucking kill me.
I was like, what
Yeah.
the fuck?
After that discussion my mom had with me, I'm like, I'm just not gonna like put her on Instagram because I only put my clips on Instagram stories, right? For the most part, that's where she
Just be
sees
Nick
them.
A30, dog.
Be Nick A30. Oh,
Have you seen that clip of Nick A30 going,
Which
"Hey
one?
guys, I'm gonna be honest with you. I I sometimes listen to songs with curse words in them.
Oh
I'm
my
sorry."
lord.
And it's like, bro, shut up. You're a grown
yeah, yeah.
adult.
I should just say that as a joke, just one day.
Oh
Fucking
my
pussy.
god, I cringed.
Oh man. And I
I
guess for our
cringed.
last question for today, guys, I'm just gonna ask you, Hash. You pretty much already answered it, but if you want to build on it more, you can. This one's mainly directed towards Sid. Sid, are you more of a journey guy or a destination guy? And what do you think is better overall?
The journey or the destination?
Yeah. Like, what do you think, Sid? Because I know Hash already mentioned he's more of a destination guy. Unless you want to like say more about that, Hash.
Can you let Hash go first?
Sure.
Because
Hash.
I'm kind of surprised he's a destination guy.
Me too. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little surprised. I'm definitely more of a
Go
journey
ahead,
guy,
go ahead,
honestly
Hash.
speaking.
Wait, why?
I
Can
will-
I ask you why? Like, why? Why? What's journey then? Like, why would I be journey?
Like-
Journey is like getting there.
yeah, but I'm saying, why would I be journey?
Hmm?
Do you know what I mean? I feel like I'm happy chasing it because I'm fucking far away, but I want it bad, bro. I want to be famous. You know what I
Fair
mean?
enough.
Okay. Say tomorrow you're just famous, just like that. I feel like longevity wise, you won't be able to do what you're doing. Not to the extent that you're doing it right now.
Mhm.
If you're just famous at random, opposed to working hard for it.
Basically, when I started my placement at work, right, I feel like the biggest test for me towards my discipline towards streaming, etc., was when I started my placement. My schedule was literally, I kid you not, guys. Wake up at 6 a.m., leave, get to office for 8:30, it's an hour's drive. Get back at 6 p.m., stream at 8 till 11 or till 10, whatever. Go gym,
Yeah.
repeat every fucking day. Every
Yeah.
fucking day. That, for me, I believe was my hardest test towards my discipline towards streaming. And I remember I have my older cousins and shit. They also say to me like, Hash, like, yeah, well done on your discipline, stuff like that. But they were like, but when you get older, you get more responsibilities and all that other shit. But I always disagree because I believe as a person, you will always have responsibilities because that's what you know. Does that make sense? Like when you do your exams at the age of 10, it's the hardest thing you know. It's going to be fucking disgustingly hard. Then when you do it at 15, then when you do it at 18, and whenever your exams are, whatever you're doing today, it will always be the hardest thing in the fucking world. Do you know what I mean?
Mhm.
So I believe in my mind that, hopefully I'm right, I don't know. In my mind, I would like to believe that there isn't anything that can happen that will now stop me. But the reason why I'm so desperate for a destination is because I've always ultimately wanted to be famous. in a good way, by the way, not a negative famous. I don't want negative publicity. I want the good famous. You know, like I'm a prick. People like me though. I'm an asshole. People like me though. I'm annoying. People like me though. And and that for me is so important. Don't get me wrong. I enjoy streaming. I enjoy everything. But I want the destination bad, man. I love streaming 6 times a week, 5 times a week, whatever. But I want to be able to stream any time of day. I want to be able to stream anything. I want to be able to turn on my camera on my phone because I'm walking outside and be like, yeah, what's up, motherfuckers? Here you go. Look at the view. Look at the view. And fucking hundreds of thousands of people are like, fuck, this is the most interesting shit ever. So cool, so cool, so cool. Have you guys sometimes wondered when sometimes you say a joke, it's not funny? But if someone else says it's funny? But when someone else says it's funny? And it's not even delivery at this point.
Yeah.
It's just purely because they are who they are. If Dwayne The Rock Johnson made the same joke as all 3 of us here right now, it would get way more likes. Even if he got the same amount of views, because he's The Rock. And I want that. I want that.
Okay,
I can do what the fuck I want. I can just get likes out of it.
I'm sending my rebuttal here because I thought I was very much a destination person, which also befits me because my work ethic isn't that good. Like, I'll be completely honest. If it's anything opposed to physical labor and physical work, right? My work ethic isn't good.
So wait, say that again. Sorry, wait. So if it's not physical,
if it's not physical, then my work ethic isn't good.
Sorry, I misunderstood.
Okay. Yeah.
So at work, there's times where I wake up and I go to work at 6 a.m. and I finish work at 8 p.m. That's 14 hours straight. I'll happily do that. I'll happily do that 3 days in a row. And I'll even go gym all 3 days. But when it came to making little clips for TikToks and stuff like that, or like just doing like these little things, I just couldn't get my head. I was just like, my brain would just completely fry up. So I would so much rather be the destination person. I would so much rather be rich. I'd so much rather be famous. I'd so much rather not have any problems at all. Right? Completely gone. I was watching a TikTok, I think 2 days ago, where the person was saying, oh, you know how everyone says you should be about the journey and not the destination? He was saying, when you're going through that journey and you hit that milestone, right? You hit a small little milestone, it'll give you a little serotonin boost, dopamine boost. And it'll kind of give you energy to get to the next milestone or work towards the next milestone, which will get you energy to get to the next milestone, right? I feel like if you don't have that little milestones and the little bumps, bump, and you just get to the destination, you just get it handed to you, I just don't feel like you have the same hunger as you would if you had gone through the journey. And that's coming from a person who'd much rather just have it rather than like go through and work hard, because I genuinely don't know how to work hard.
Fair enough.
Right?
Okay.
Having that is so different. And one thing that really made me think about it was just gym, right? I remember a time when I was so gassed. I was about 85 kilos and I had deadlifted 110 kilos for the first time. I was so gassed. I was on Instagram talking like I was going to be the next fucking Larry Wheels. I was going to be like the next Eddie Hall or the Mountain from Game of Thrones. I felt like the strongest man ever, right? There's people that literally bench press that. Or like for like less than what I weigh, right?
Yeah.
And what's crazy is that I bench press that now. And I'm lighter now, right? Because of the journey I went through. And I remember it, on Instagram, it shows on your archive stories, it says, this time last year, and it was 1 year ago. My deadlift 1 year ago is now my bench press. And when I saw that, I was like, oh my god, this is so fucking sick. Because there was a time when I cut my gym sessions from 6 days a week to 5 days a week to 4 days a week, and I was like, holy shit, this was last year. I have 5 months to hit 220 kilo deadlift. I was supposed to hit this ages ago. Well, not ages ago. That was my end of year goal. But it's like because I've been slacking, I've not been training with the same intensity, I might not be able to hit it. I'm kind of scared because this is my end of year goal. And I got that when I saw that picture on my story, I got that little dopamine boost. that made me want to go. And I'm like, fuck yeah, gym.
Yeah.
I'm going to go gym. I'm going to work. I'm going to save money. I'm going to do this. I'm going to eat this. I'm going to be this way. I'm going to look this way. I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to drink alcohol. I'm not going to eat junk food. I'm not going to have this. Or I'm going to be walking a little bit more. I'm going to train a certain way. I'm going to have more intensity. I'm going to try cut this out of my life because this is not good. The milestones, the journey there will make the destination so much fucking better.
I do agree with that.
So
Sid,
much
honestly.
fucking better.
Yeah.
That's what I think, anyways.
Yeah, like for me, I'm definitely more of a journey guy, just because, like, as you mentioned earlier, Sid, like each milestone not only just gives you more motivation, more energy to keep working towards what you want to work towards, right? To me, journey and milestones are just like fun and great memories to look back on, being like, holy shit, remember when we did that and I didn't think I could?
100%.
Like, for example, like my fucking two-year celebration, I didn't think I'd ever fucking be able to do a 12-hour stream, and look what just fucking happened.
Right.
I almost pushed
Look
it to
what you
13 hours just because, like, I was just
Before,
going
when we
in.
first started streaming, it was like 1 hour and our mouth would get so dry and we'd like so tired, and
now
our
I could do
energy
like
would be so depleted, right?
that's what I'm
And
saying,
look at you,
right?
you did
Like,
a 12-hour stream.
yeah.
Insane.
Like, before it was just 2 hours, and now I'm like, I didn't think I'd ever do this, and now everyone's just like, yo, 24-hour stream. I was like, I don't know, but we'll see. Maybe I'll get to that point, right? Because I do agree that with the whole thing, it's just like with each milestone, the destination will taste so much taste so much sweeter, right? Whereas if I were to get like famous the next day, I'd be like, great, and then ride that fame out, and then eventually it's just gonna crash. You know what I mean? That's what happens to a lot of people who blow up. Whereas with me, it's more just like remaining consistent, remaining hardworking. Even if I were to hit my destination, I still want to keep that energy going somehow, right? Like, I don't know, I just couldn't live with just blowing up and being satisfied with that. I want just keep on, like, I just want to do it more and more and keep aiming for higher things,
Yeah.
But yeah, that's why I'm definitely more the destination guy myself.
And then, and another thing, another thing I was gonna say was, if you had just got Twitch famous, right, and you said you could do whatever you want, right?
Yeah.
Isn't there gonna be days when you go, don't feel like streaming, kind of don't need to?
Oh, 100%. There's definitely
gonna be so many fucking days. That you're gonna be like, I don't really need to stream. Like, I don't really feel like it. I'm just gonna meet Ashish and Poonam and stuff. I'm just gonna chill with them.
I mean, to be honest,
there's
I even
no way
feel
you're
like
gonna
that.
have that same hunger.
True.
No, there's no way. I can bet my life on it. There's no way you're gonna feel that hunger again.
That's true.
There's a couple of streamers I know. Last year they were streaming around 120 something hours every single month, right? They're streamers I watch. They now stream. Now they've got like a couple of them recently bought a house. They've got chains. They've got Rolexes, whatever, right? Grills, rings. Wow, they're set for life, right?
Yeah.
They stream like 40 hours, 50 hours, and these are people that love streaming. They started doing it before streaming was a career. They started doing it because it was so fun for them. Yeah. And they even say it now. They go, oh yeah, I wish I was streaming more. This is so much fun.
Yeah.
Like, I love hanging out with the guys, right?
Yeah.
They stream like 40 hours, 50 hours.
Yeah.
Because they've made it. They're at the destination.
Yeah.
Right?
Saba actually had one interesting question. She says, is it a bad thing to want to be at least stable quick and just move your goal? Like, if you reach one goal, you move up to the next one. I was like, I mean, that's a milestone. Yeah, that's
the journey,
like,
no?
I don't think
that's
it's
the
a
journey.
bad thing at all. Like, yeah.
Wait, explain that question to me. So be stable quick, and then what do? You move your goal? What do you mean by that?
You keep going on to a next goal. Saba, correct me if I'm wrong, but that's what that's how
it's just prematurely hitting a milestone and then going for the next one.
Exactly, like that's
it's not a bad thing.
It's not a bad thing at all. I don't think so.
Yeah, it's not a bad thing, but I feel like it will actually mean a little bit less in terms of the growth, because if you prematurely hit a milestone, let's say if you go from step 1 to step 4, you don't know how you got to step 2, 3, and then to 4. You don't know the algorithm. You don't know the formula. So I feel like it would take a little bit longer for you to figure it out, because you're putting in the missing pieces, right?
Yeah.
Moving your goal to something else. What does that mean?
So basically moving on to another goal, I believe, Saba, correct me if I'm wrong, is like moving on, say you accomplish something, Hash, and then you're like, all right, on to the next thing.
So what's the stability bit got to do with it? Like, So you're aiming for stability first, Sid and Blowfish, and then you're like, I want to move to the next goal.
Oh yeah, I think that's what she
But
means.
because you're aiming for stability, you put your other goal aside, like your main goal.
Yes.
I disagree. I think that's not it. I would never do that. Because
I was like, I would never do that either. But not knocking on people who want that, right? That's
of course, like, but
I think that's a smart thing to do, and you guys are idiots.
Really, because in my mind, I'm like, fuck it, I would never do that. I think that's pointless. And
no, 100%. If you want to get there, quicker, then of course, like you have to risk it. You have to take that massive leap of faith to be able to get it.
Yeah.
But typically, if you're looking at it, the smarter thing is be stable and then go for your goal in the long run because you've got that stability, you've got that fallback. But one thing you also don't have is the risk of it. You don't have the extra drive, the little push in the back saying, if this doesn't fucking make it, I'm fucking done for. I don't have shit to fall back on, which is a good thing and a bad thing. It can make people crumble, but it can also push you into and give you the edge that you need, right?
Yeah.
When there's a fighter that has nothing to lose, they're the scariest people alive.
They are. They really are, honestly speaking.
Yeah, fucking they will do anything. You know the game Borderlands 2, that really famous quote said by Handsome Jack, never fuck with a man who has no family left or some shit. He's like, now what have I got to lose? That's so fucking true. He's like, now what are you going to do to me? You know what I mean? All the people, now it's just me. That's it. And I was like, you know what? I like the quote. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Another thing, I remember a great man, a very great man, I think probably the best person ever as a role model, once said, being rich is only fun if you remember what being poor was like or being broke was like.
Yeah. Okay, I could see that.
Well, we can all relate to that one, guys. We're all average motherfuckers here.
I'm not rich, but it makes sense to me more so than it makes a lot more sense to me than money isn't everything, guys.
I fucking hate that shit. I believe money.
Right?
Actually, the thing is, I think that's such a fucking bullshit quote. It annoys me sometimes. Like, yeah, we know it's not everything. Like, I fucking know that. Yeah. I know it's not fucking everything. I know it's not. You know, I know it's not gonna make me.
But not having it is.
Wait, not having it is.
Okay, so having money, having loads of money, is not everything, but not having it is.
Okay, I get what you mean.
If you have a large sum of money and an overflow of money, does that matter to you at all?
Yeah.
No, it doesn't.
Wait,
Let's say if you had 10 million or 100 million, how much would that affect to you day-to-day life?
Oh, I see what you mean. Okay, yeah, I see what you mean. Now.
Yeah? So having money is not a problem, but not having it is.
True.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I know what you meant by that.
Another great man once said that.
Who is
that was Kanye West. The first quote, being rich is fun. The greatest man alive is actually Andrew Tate.
Oh, wow. Wow. Great man, huh? That's all I'm going to say to that. Great man. Oh, Lord.
Controversial.
And we started the conversation with Andrew Tate. I feel like we should just end it with Andrew Tate.
Yeah.
Comes full circle like his bald head. You know?
Right?
Alright, so guys.
Go ahead.
This is coming to an end of our BEAUTIFUL podcast. Before we end, Sid Blowfish, any final words?
Keep on grinding, and I watched a video that had like swear words. Sorry.
Fuck's sake, Blowfish! I can't believe you did that, man. It's so fucked up, bro. I'm judging you so hard right now. Like, seriously. Sid, what about you, Bubs? I hate him so much. This is what I mean. We did this shit earlier. You could hear me. You could hear me earlier, and he was like, "Oh, I had you muted." Oh, it gets in my head so much. I
actually did have you muted though.
He's doing it again, guys. I actually hate him. All right.
No, I was muting you. You're very annoying.
Thank you so much for watching us. We appreciate you. Blowfish will be live tomorrow. I will also be live tomorrow. I will finish off the game Starai. Watch Sid on TikTok.
Check it out on TikTok as well.
Yeah, Sid on TikTok. He's TikTok famous.
Yeah, check out Sid on TikTok.
How are you finding Stray?
I heard it's really good.
Stray's a really fun game.
I thought it was really good as well, but I forgot who one of the streamers said it was the deadest game they've ever played.
It's very boring, but it's fun. I don't know how to explain.
You make fun of it, right?
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah.
It's really boring, but you're like, okay, I'm enjoying it. It's really easy. I don't know why people call it hard. I actually said it might be hard for you. You have weird reactions.
It doesn't seem that bad.
But some people are
Yeah,
like,
because I'm not a pussy. I'm pussy.
Ooh.
You pussy. I'm a dickhead.
Yeah, he's
You a pussy. You got the meat.
Alright. Thank you for watching us. Can we please post for 3 seconds? So. Thank you so much for watching us, everyone. I'm going to be raiding whoever the fuck I see first. I don't really know who the fuck it is. Take care of yourselves, everyone. Blowfish and I'll be live tomorrow. Please check out our famous friend 7 Thugs on TikTok. Yeah. He's only had a couple people recognize him already. He's on the big lines. He's getting bigger and bigger.
Oh yeah.
Look at this, guys. Look, I'm so famous. I already got veneers.
He does indeed.
Wow.
Rich as fuck.
He does indeed.
Thank you so much for watching. I love you guys. Be safe. Take care of yourselves.
Bye.